Now this story is very remarkable because Elijah showed that he could breathe breath and bring life to that person. And it's about the same thing that Jesus did, like when he raised Lazarus from the dead. Now this dream is directing me to discover truths relating to this. How is it possible for a man to direct life to salt and bring it into the world? And this explains why Elijah never died. I mean, the story of Elijah shows that Elijah was brought up to the heavens by a chariot of fire. The same thing with Jesus, right? What's my dream tonight? Somebody has died. And how is that person going to communicate to the other person the truth? I told the other party you have to wait, hang on. You need to wait for a while before a conversation can continue. Because that somebody is no more, and how is he going to tell you what exactly is happening? So I'm the viewer, I'm looking at the scene, and I open the conversation again between the two persons. And very mysteriously, I was using the word one, O-N-E, to communicate between that person who has passed away to that person who is asking the question. That's my dream. Many times you go to a medium and we believe that the medium will speak on behalf of the dead person and we can communicate with the dead person. But in this dream, I'm told a different story. Why? Because the communication with the dead can only arise by a communication with myself. And why is that so? Because the clue that was given to me in this dream is O-N-E, one. In this dream, one person is trying to communicate the other, but that other person is already dead. So how is he to do that? But interestingly, I'm the viewer. That means I'm outside of the scene. And I told the other person who is alive, you just have to hang on and wait to hear the communication of the one. I kind of believe that a person who has died, of course the body is right here on planet Earth and it's going into the soul. But where is that person? The I am never dies, but the identity of the space-time is still hanging as a frequency. And the vibration is not alive unless the I am is present. So what happens is that when we go to a medium, I guess, that's my guess, a medium is a person very highly sensitive to dreams and aware of the dreams that are taking place in his mind. So when he thinks about the deceased, he captures the space-time of the deceased into his mind. And through the I am, within that medium, it kind of makes alive the space-time. And the same thing is taking place when Jews go over to tombs of the sages. The space-time is dwelling in the tomb, so to speak. And when you visit the tomb, you kind of get some of the virtues, so to speak, of the space-time, of the identity you're visiting. But the sages are not alive. The people in the tomb are not alive. It's the I am that is within you and me that actually enliven the space-time that you are thinking about or that you come near to. But what strikes me a lot is the story of Elijah. Remember, Elijah visited a widow, and then the son of the widow died. And what is interesting is that the story says that Elijah brought the son back to the same bed where the son normally sleeps. And there he breathes into the child 3 times. And then using his voice, he commanded that the life of that boy returns back to the body. And the son lived. And why? The question is, why did Elijah brought him to the same bed where the son lived? Well, the answer is Elijah is going to the place where the space-time of that boy was. That's right. You're going to put life back to that space-time. And that's important. For otherwise, when the body starts to live, it may show a character very different from the former character of the boy. So the space-time must be the same. But the life is just one life. Now this story is very remarkable because Elijah showed that he could breathe breath and bring life to that person. And it's about the same thing that Jesus did, like when he raised Lazarus from the dead. Now this dream is directing me to discover truths relating to this. How is it possible for a man to direct life to salt and bring it into the body? And this explains why Elijah never died. I mean, the story of Elijah shows that Elijah was brought up to the heavens by a chariot of fire. The same thing with Jesus, right? And this dream that I had, where I saw the man who's dead, and I told the other party, you just hang on, he will speak to you later. You just have to hang on, wait for a while. And then I saw that dead man in my dream. The only word that he speaks is one, O-N-E. But one thing is very clear, I was outside. I mean, I was just a viewer of the scene. I was not inside the place at all. I was just looking at some kind of a scene as the dead man is talking to the other guy. And in the dream, I was just looking as the viewer. I wasn't exactly in that place at all. So what it implies is interesting. It implies that I'm actually outside. I'm actually outside the space-time altogether. You know what that means? A person like Elijah, he lives in this world, but it's not exactly in the world at all. Everything of himself is I am. And everything that he sees around him is space-time. But he could ensure that he is completely outside his breath so that he could blow into the body. And why am I having this dream? Well, it is very clear that the universe is trying to bring me to a point where I could actually raise a man from dead. At the moment I do not know, but the dream is teaching me.